2 comics left. Let's give them all we've got. Keep your energy up for the wonderful, the one and only Anderson Jonas.
I'm 33. I don't really like being in my 30s that much. You can't tell from my fun sense of style. Sassy punk rock attitude. When you get older, you start feeling more pressure to settle down and start a family. I called my mom the other day and I was like, Mom, is it weird that I'm 33 and I'm still not married? She's like, honey, you have nothing to worry about. You know, George Clooney didn't even get married until he was in his 50s. I was like, okay. George Clooney, you say? That's good. You got pretty similar situations. Sounds like I'll be fine. Dating online is hard because there's so many apps and each one has sort of a different vibe to it, you know? I'd say the worst dating app is probably Uber. Because I'm always trying really hard to make a connection with the women, and she's always just really focused on driving. Also, sometimes they send a guy. Speaking of Uber, I was in the back seat of an Uber with a buddy the other day, and he asked the driver to pass him the aux cord. The aux cord? What is this? The Oregon Trail? I mean, come on, buddy. They're called reins. Dating is really fun and cool, but after a while, it gets kind of expensive. But when the bill comes, I still always offer to pay for my date. But not for like a creepy reason. I do it so she'll have sex with me. I was in a 10-year relationship during all my 20s, and so that sort of felt like a first marriage. As soon as we broke up, my ex moved to England, enrolled in an MBA program at Oxford, and married a guy named Tarquin Ledbetter, who owns an artisanal gin distillery in Cornwall. It is crazy what your ex will do to get your attention. By far, the worst thing about going through a breakup is that it fucks with all of your streaming services subscriptions. I have an ex I haven't spoken to in like 3 or 4 years, and I got a text from her the other day that says, "Hey, I think you might accidentally still be logged into my Netflix account." Can you believe that? I was like, oh please, you're gonna pretend we haven't been making our way back through Downton Abbey again? I can see your viewing history, and this is so us. You get older, you gotta start taking better care of yourself, but I don't know how. So I tried to cut out sugary snacks and get healthier snacks, but then I'm in my kitchen at 3 a.m. oh fuck, I just ate 200 almonds. So I'm a lawyer. I can't believe it took me that long to mention it. That's extremely out of character. Lawyers face an alarmingly and uniquely high rate of stuff like substance abuse, depression, suicidal thoughts, the list goes on. So when I was deciding what to do with my life and I heard about that, I was like, that actually sounds pretty cool. I'm in. But seriously, it's a real problem, and no one really knows why, But my theory is that it's a soul-sucking hell career that deprives you of time with your friends and family and turns you into a husk of your former self. My father was a lawyer too. He was a criminal defense attorney. But he was also just like a criminal. He loved crime. So we didn't really have like a typical father-son relationship. When I was 13, my dad picked me up from a bar mitzvah in a Ferrari, and he was really drunk. So we're down on Ventura Boulevard, some cops start following us, turn on the sirens, and my dad's reaction is to just step on the gas and fly away. So we go on like this 10-minute long chase, running through red lights, almost hitting cars, the whole 9 yards, until he finally gets out of the car to be arrested at gunpoint and put in the back of a police car. Sometimes I wonder what it would have been like if he brought that same level of commitment to being my dad. Because I don't have like a lot of memories of him like teaching me how to like throw a football or like tie a tie. But on the bright side, I guess it's good he didn't teach me how to drive. My father actually committed suicide last year. But don't worry, he's fine now. You never know how you're going to react to hearing news like that. I was at work, and I got a call from my uncle, and he's like, Anderson, your father took his life this morning. He went into his bathtub where he had set up this like device that held a gun, and there was a string to pull the trigger, and then there were some planks behind him that would catch the bullet as it exited his head. I was like, hold up, I need to hear more about these planks. What kind of planks are we talking? Like from Home Depot? My uncle continued, I'm going to be settling your father's affairs over the next couple days, so if you'd like to pick up anything of sentimental value from his house, now's the time. And I was like, I know it has to seem like I have a one-track mind, but has anyone called dibs on the planks? Thank you.